Hey you, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I'll be talking about how to find accommodation in Ireland. Now, I've gotten a couple of questions about this particular topic, and currently I'm on the verge of switching houses, and I am currently on the search myself, so I decided to why not blend the questions I've been getting and also my current experience at the moment. I'm hoping the information shared on here will be very helpful to whoever watches it, because I did a lot of research on it, and this is going to be very packed as well, because again I'm experiencing it, so based on my experience and all. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. In Ireland, just like any other place, the fastest way to get an accommodation will be online, and there's a specific online website for properties that are available either for buying, for renting, for house share. And these websites are: one, daft.ie, the second is rent.ie, and you can also check myhomes.ie, property.ie. So those these particular websites that I've mentioned would be advertising properties that are currently available, or people will be using these platforms to advertise the properties or the rooms that are available in their annex. Now, daft.ie I would say is the most popular one, but rent.ie as well is also a close second. What I've realized is that on rent.ie, some of the properties shown there are also shown on daft.ie. Rent.ie has more information, in my opinion, because then you can, if you see a property on an advertisement, you can see when it was posted clearly. On that.ie, you cannot really see the date that property was posted, except if you click on the property and then scroll all the way down and before you see the date. But on rent.ie, you can easily see it ASAP, and I feel there are more properties on rent.ie to browse through, especially if you're looking for a house share option. If you're looking for a house share option, rent.ie is the quickest, I think is the most suitable website to use for, like, in that retrospect. But what I realized is that, again, they share almost the same advertisements. Do you understand? These websites that I've mentioned can be explored by anybody. If you are outside Ireland and you're looking to come to Ireland, you're a student, employee, those that are already in Ireland, it still applies. So it's for everyone. And if you're sending your email to the property agents or the landlords, ensure that you are very detailed and you give a kind of synopsis about yourself. Just be a bit descriptive, and also explain your need for the property as well. But as I said, these websites can be used by anyone. Next in the options for looking for accommodation in Ireland will be to explore booking.com, Airbnb, Hostel World, hotels. These places offer short-term accommodation. Now, this particular these options are particularly for those that are coming to Ireland and they don't have anyone in Ireland to stay with. So I would recommend that you check out these options. It is expensive and it's pricey, given that you'll be paying per the night that you'll be staying. But if you're just coming into the country, I think it's the best bet, because there's also some kind of security around it as well, because you'll be paying per night and you have a shelter over your head, at least for a month. During the 1 month, you'll be searching for places in Ireland, because what I've realized is that some of the websites that I've mentioned previously, like the daft.ie, rent.ie, they don't work outside the country, outside Ireland. So if you're trying to access the websites outside of Ireland, for some countries you may find it difficult. But if I was in that position, I would probably use VPN to try to access the website, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So your best bet will be to pay for a hotel, a hostel, or Airbnb, and then you stay there for 1 month while you gather your PPS number, your bank account details, everything that you need in that 1 month, and also be searching for places in Ireland. Do you understand? So I think that would be a best bet for you. The next option to explore when you're looking for accommodation in Ireland would be to check Facebook group. So this particular one can be tricky because anybody can post anything on Facebook, and there's usually a high rate of scam in this particular area. So I would suggest you start with checking the property websites first, and if you don't have access to that, check the short-term websites then. And then if your last resort should now be on the site, should be like checking Facebook groups and all of that. If the Facebook group is the one recommended by your college, because now this is for students, some colleges, they could be like, oh, join this particular group on Facebook, is with other maybe UCD students, is with other Griffith College students that are also looking for property. So then if you join that particular group that your college had recommended, you are likely to find other students that are also in the same shoes as yours or similar shoes as yours, and they're also looking for a place, and you guys can come together to share. So that can work, you know, in that aspect. But aside the student Facebook groups or employee Facebook groups for housing, there could be specific rent groups. So you could see something like maybe rent in Dublin Facebook group or something like that. This is just an example now, but you could see a group like that. So you could join that and you could see different lettings. Some of these Facebook groups as well may also have WhatsApp channels, and then they'll be like, oh, join this group on WhatsApp, and then on WhatsApp you could be seeing more options, because everybody will be contributing and putting in their own bits if they've seen any availability whatsoever. So yeah, you could consider that as well. But again, you just have to be careful and be aware of scam. There's a high risk, in my opinion, there'll be a high risk of scam in that case. So if there's any arrangements made, make sure you go see the place that you want to be staying in before you pay any money to anybody. In fact, make sure you see the place. There's even an agreement to guarantee your stay there before you then move in. Another option to explore in looking for an accommodation in Ireland or Dublin or Galway, wherever, as a student, now this one is specifically to students, you could check your college accommodation. So your college could have specific accommodation on campus, and that honestly, that would be what I would say is the safest option for you. But again, those accommodation could be expensive, but you could also explore the possibility of getting an accommodation on campus with your college. Also, as a student, you could also check out maybe Uninest, Apato, campus living villages, and host students housing. This host student housing, if I want to talk about that, host student housing will be the host obviously hosting the students, but then there could be clauses where the student has to stay in the house over the weekend, because the particular host is choosing that option because they don't want to be lonely at home. So there's an arrangement of some sort in that aspect. So usually I've realized that there may be families or maybe old people, especially old people, that will opt for that, because if not that there's nobody in the house, they'll be alone, and because then they are alone, it's crickets and all of that. So if you're the kind of person that likes to engage and talk to old people, if you know that you can keep them company at XYZ time, they'll usually have requirements before you even declare the option. But I've realized that even if you go for that option, the rooms are usually bigger because the houses will be old, and it will be native Irish people. The houses will be big enough, the rooms are gigantic, spacious, but there'll be that clause where you have to, like, oh, on the weekends you have to stay, be around, or you have to, clauses like that. So if it's not something that you are ready for, or no visitors even, no visitors, what else, things like that. If you read the terms and conditions and it's something you're not happy with, you can just forfeit that. But if it's something that you feel is doable by you, then it will be an option to explore. The next way you can find accommodation in Ireland will be through word of mouth. In fact, word of mouth is as old as mankind. So it could be someone just telling this person to tell this person that, oh, there's this property available. So it could be as easy as that. So You can also put your ears on the ground and see if there's any availability, because who you are speaking to may be planning to leave their place and then suggest to whoever, you know, so it could be through word of mouth. Oh, I just wanted to add that after checking daft.ie, rent.ie, and getting a place to stay, how I eventually got where I am staying in at the moment was through word of mouth. And that story I would probably share on a different video on another day. Another way you could find accommodation in Ireland will be through housing bodies, but this particular one, the options are not very lengthy. You could just see 1 or 2 options in the space of 1 month or 2 months giving. So this particular one is run by Tour Housing, Fluid Housing, and they would usually have cost rental scheme. So there's something that they will have on their website this week. It's called cost rental, and basically the rent that is being advertised there for the particular property is significantly lower than what is in the area. Yeah, so you could check that as well, but I would not even suggest that as the .1 thing to do, because there isn't a lot of options there. Do you understand? And maybe it will be more suitable for those that are already in Ireland as well. So because they'll have to show some kind of details like maybe bank statements and all of that, and if you're just coming into the country, it may not be the best bet for you. But I just wanted to make this video as packed as I can, based on my research and based on what I know. So that's why I thought to mention that, just so you know. Yeah, so that is that, and I hope this video was helpful so far. And if you're just seeing me for the first time, my name is Cynthia, also known as Serena, and I am a multi-talented content creator. And as a content creator, I create content about moments that excite me and topics that I have knowledge about or experience in, like this one, which I believe will be of maximum interest to you. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more content like this, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.